This is Always Be Finding, where opportunity is created, not chased.
Last chapter settled something important. Opportunity doesn't need permission. It doesn't wait for a clear ask. And it doesn't announce itself. It lives in what you notice. We talked about the cost of silence, about how clients expect you to see what they can't yet see, and how staying quiet isn't neutral. It's a choice that quietly erodes trust. So we're not starting from zero here. You already know opportunity lives where your attention goes. This episode is about what happens next. Because knowing that truth isn't enough. It has to show up in real conversations, in real moments, with people who aren't thinking in terms of opportunities at all. Today is about sharpening focus, spotting the small signals while you're already doing the work, the friction, the workaround, the thing that's fine but clearly isn't. And then taking initiative, not to sell, not to push, but to serve, to reflect what you're seeing, help the client see it too, and act while the moment is still warm. That's the difference between being present and being trusted. This episode is about training your eyes in the field and acting on what you notice in a way that deepens engagement and naturally creates new opportunity. And that's where Jake and Amani's experience bring this to life. Because this isn't theory. It's what noticing early and speaking up actually looks like when you're face-to-face with a client.
I can't tell you how many times noticing the smallest detail has changed everything. Here's a good one. I was working with this team, and the leader noticed that the mail carrier always used the side door. Turns out the front entrance was blocked, and everyone, staff included, just ignored it. That little, that's weird moment kicked off a conversation with the building management. 2 weeks later, that property manager decides to do an entrance upgrade, something she had been thinking about for years but needed the spark. All from asking one simple question about a side door. It honestly makes you wonder what you've been missing, you know?
Yeah, Amani, that hits home. People just walk right past stuff every day. Cracked curbs, faded paint, rusted handrails. Nobody thinks to ask, hey, would it help you if we fixed that? It's like everyone's hunting for neon signs, but the gold's in the stuff nobody brings up. I see it on job sites all the time. There's always a workaround or a patch job that folks just accept. But when you notice it first and talk about it, bam, opportunity. All of it starts with paying real attention instead of checking out.
See, the trap is being passive, thinking, if it's important, they'll tell me. But most of the time, the client doesn't even realize what's possible. They're too busy. When you're the person who brings up the thing they've been tolerating, you turn awkward silences into new business. That's where trust builds. That's how you close the gap and move ahead of the pack. Remember this, every win starts with awareness. Now, let's get practical. How do you actually train your eyes to notice what others miss? Here's the playbook. I call it the spot, ask, confirm technique. First, spot something out of place or that doesn't add up. Next, ask a curious question, not a sales question, but one that's just genuinely interested. Finally, confirm if there's real need or opportunity right behind that signal. There's actually some brain science here. They call it inattentional blindness. Our brains filter out the stuff we think doesn't matter. But the pros, spot, ask, confirm every time. They scan, notice, and then ask. Let's bring this to life with some stories and real examples.
So here's a quick hit from the last walkthrough I did with a property manager. Half the hallway lights were super dim, but instead of pitching some lighting upgrade right away, I just said, is it tricky to keep up with maintenance? Like, honest question. Suddenly she opened up about all the facility hassles. Out came the bigger problems. That one little ask wasn't about selling, it just invited her to talk. That's where the real relationship started.
Sports teams scan the field every single day, right? That's how they prep. Watching tape, spotting patterns. In our world, it's having opportunity eyes. Need some quick hits you can try tomorrow? Try these. Noticing water pooling in the parking lot after rain, or cobwebs in the waiting area that nobody cleans. Faded company logo on signage, right above the main doors. Overflowing trash by the loading dock. Broken coat hook in the gym locker room that everyone just ignores. Each one's a gap. Each one's a free way to start a meaningful conversation without feeling salesy.
Jake, let's show them how easy this actually sounds in real life.
For sure. Set the scene for me.
All right, you're a gym manager. I'm walking through and I spot a broom by the door. Hey, Jake, I noticed you keep a broom by the door. Trouble with leaves getting inside?
Yeah, every windy day it's a mess. The crew's tired of sweeping up all the time.
Would it help if we tried a better entry mat or talked about a service plan to deal with it? Might save your team some headaches.
Absolutely. That'd save us time. And less complaining from the staff, honestly. Okay, stop. See, right there. A little observation, no big pitch, just honest curiosity. And now the door's open for a real solution.
That's how it's done. Spotting, asking, confirming. Not rushing the close, just trusting the conversation. Proactively creating the opportunity. One new habit at a time, you fill your playbook with real wins. Time to put this into practice. You should have your top 10 list from the last chapter. Now, starting tomorrow, do a daily sweep in every client interaction. That means intentionally notice 3 things folks just ignore: chipped tiles, cluttered counters, that manager who always seems on edge. For each one, ask a single curious question to whoever might care. No pressure, just listen. This habit costs nothing, but it will change your entire prospecting game.
So how do you measure progress? Easy. Count the new conversations you're starting, not just the deals you close. If people start saying things like, "Thanks for noticing," or "No one's ever asked me that before," you're on the right track. More meaning, more doors open, more opportunities. You'll feel the difference.
You'll know it's working when folks stop seeing you as just another rep and start seeing you as their go-to. When it clicks, people remember you for what you noticed, not what you pitched. That's how reputations are built. Fast. And honestly, it's way more fun than waiting around for a lead to drop from your expensive marketing plan.
By training your eyes for the overlooked and acting in the moment, you go from being a bystander to being the trusted advisor. That's how you get more qualified opportunities, stronger client loyalty, and results your competition can't match. The win state? When opportunity starts following you, not the other way around. But here's the key. Don't just think about it. Do the daily sweep. Ask those small questions. The best sellers turn action into ritual. So let's see you rack up at least 5 new opportunities each month because of this. Be the one who sees what others miss, and everything else gets easier.
If you've got a story about noticing something small that led to a win, share it with us. That's what makes this work stick. Learning from each other. Take the leap, community comments are open, and your story might be just what someone else needs to hear.
All right, team, that's it for today's episode. See more, serve better, and make opportunity your habit. See you all in Chapter 9, where we put the icing on the proactive opportunity cake.
You've been listening to Always Be Finding. Stay visible, stay relevant, and we'll catch you on the next episode.